Hello dear teachers, I am Anara. Welcome to our Lingua T Club. It's always a pleasure to get some feedback and comments from you in our forum chat. Thank you. Have you ever noticed that today's children have some problems with telling time? They are all almost technical wizards. They can create music, they can create games on their gadgets, and they can read time looking at the digital formats. But can they actually tell the time looking at the non-digital formats? We're talking about the standard clock with hands. I've had many teenage students who didn't even want to learn how to tell time looking at the clock. They said it was enough to know time looking at their telephones. So probably they think it's not that important. What do you think, teachers? Is it about teaching English here? No, it's not only about teaching English here, it's also about teaching a life skill as well. Because many children do not know how to tell the time in their native language. This is so true for my daughter as well. She can tell the time from a digital clock, but she finds it difficult to use a dial clock. I would like to mention that in real classes, it's good to use individual work, pair and group works before asking or checking activities in open class. And I'd like to ask you to pay attention to activities that help students to learn how to tell the time. I'll be using a course book for the 4th grade, Unit 7, Lesson 1. After the lesson, we will discuss it. Let's go! Hello everyone! How are you today? Do you have any plans after the classes? I have a very important meeting today, and I need to be there at... Oh, I left my watch today. Do you know the time? Can you tell me please the time? What time is it? In English. Okay, let's learn it today together. Okay, this is a clock. Look, how many numbers do you see? Starting from 1 to 12. Yes, there are 12 numbers. Look, how many hands do you see? 1, 2. 2 hands. So we have one short hand and one long hand. Look, what does the long hand show? It shows minutes. Okay, and the short hand shows hours. So in 1 hour, how many minutes are there in 1 hour? Yes, there are 60 minutes. Okay, write this in your copybox. There are 2 common ways of telling the time. First, say the hour, shorthand, and then minutes, longhand. For example, it's 6:25. It's 8:05. Second, say the minutes first and then the hour. For example, for minutes from 1 to 30 we use past after minutes. For minutes 31 to 59 we use to after the minutes. For example, it's 25 to 3. It's 25 to 3 is similar to 2:35. It's 20 past 11. When it is 15 minutes past the hour, we normally say a quarter past. For example, 7:15, it's quarter past 7. When it's 15 minutes before the hour, we normally say a quarter to. 12:45 is a quarter to 1. When it is 30 minutes past the hour, we normally say half past. 3:30 is a half past 3. O'clock, we use o'clock when there are no minutes. It's 10 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock. For 12, there are 4 expressions in English: 12 o'clock, midday, noon, and midnight. Look at the clock. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. What time is it? It's 5 past 3. What time is it? It's 3:15. What time is it? It's 3:30. What time is it? It's 20 to 4. What time is it? It's 3:45. And what time is it? It's 4 o'clock. Now open your books, page 95, go to exercise 3. Look at the pictures and read the sentences. Let's read together. 1. What time is it? It's 7 o'clock. What time is it? It's 7:30. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock. What time is it? It's 10:30. Now, go to exercise 4 and match sentences with pictures. Now go to exercise 4, look at the pictures and match with sentences. Let's do number 1 together. Look at the picture. Let's do number 1 together. Look at the picture 1 and find the answer. Yes, it's G. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Okay, now do all the others yourself. Now, compare your answers with your friends. Now let's check together. Any problems? Can you tell me please time in picture 8? Yes, it's F. It's 1:30. What about picture 5? It's, what is it? It's H. It's 11:30. Now check yourselves. Good job. Now look at the pictures and tell the time. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock. What time is it? It's 7:15. What time is it? It's 1:20. Good job. Okay, let's play a game. We have a clock and we have a dice. And we have counters. Okay, so in this game, you throw a dice, you have number 3, and you move 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. And you need to say how many minutes are there in number 3. You start with 5, 10, 15 minutes. And tell the time. It's 3:15. Okay, and next person throws the dice. It's 4. You start with 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you need to say the minutes. How many minutes are there in number 4? Yes, there are 20 minutes. You say it's 3:20. So you continue the game until you come to 12. Let's go. Okay, let's start playing the game. Where do you start the game?
From number 12
Where do you finish the game?
on number 12.
Okay, let's start. 2. I make 2 steps. 1, 2. On number 2, there are 10 minutes. It's 3:10. Zhang, your turn.
Oh, I have 6. I Make 6 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On number 6, I have 30 minutes. It's 3:30.
Good job. Wow, I have 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 40 minutes and it's 20 to 4. Yes?
Yes, correct.
Super. Okay, it's the end of our game. Let's continue our lesson. Go to exercise 5, page 96. Answer the questions. For example, when do you have breakfast? Or what time do you have breakfast? I have breakfast at 7 o'clock. If you say when and what time you do something, you use preposition at. Are you done? Okay, let's check it together. What time do you have breakfast? At 7? Super. What time do you go to school? At 1. Great. Oh, look, my watch is in my pocket. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I need to go. Let's finish our lesson. And for homework, you draw a clock and tell what you do during the day. Okay? Goodbye. See you next time. Dear teachers, I invite you back to tea time. After watching the lesson, do you think students learned how to tell the time? Which activities were used to help them learn? Let's start from the beginning. I didn't say that today we're going to learn how to tell the time. Instead, I used a situation and I said as if I was going to the very important meeting and asked them the time. Assuming they didn't know how to tell it, I suggested we learn it together. If you begin a lesson with a scenario or a story, it's a good way to bring order to the class and get them interested in the topic. You may expect getting more questions from your students, such as who are you meeting, where are you going, and some others. This will only show that your students are keen on learning. While presenting today's topic, I used a standard clock and also I asked a lot of elicitation questions. Why do you think it's important to elicit? Instead of just beginning to explain there are 12 numbers, 2 hands, and so on. Yes, it's important to get their background knowledge and get them involved in the lesson, keep them active and focused. Having students involved in the beginning helps them to understand, and then later they can copy from the board. You might have noticed that as usual we go from simple to more complex practice when we present the new material. First, they looked at the pictures of clocks and sentences and read them. Later, they matched other pictures with sentences. They are controlled activities that keep students focused on the new material. In controlled activities, such as matching, filling in blanks, copying, and others, give initial practice to help students remember and understand. According to Bloom's taxonomy, it is the lowest level of thinking, the simplest way to see the understanding level. Then, they had just a picture and needed to produce the sentence themselves. They had a half of the sentence for them ready and half unready. It's a semi-controlled activity. Of course, going from one exercise to another can definitely make your students feel tired and discouraged. That's why having a little game in the middle of the lesson can help both teachers and learners to check and have fun. What about presenting a preposition at? Why wasn't it done in the beginning along with the presenting how to tell the time? Yes, right. Because students first need to know how to tell the time before they proceed to the activity where they needed to use preposition at to say when or what time they do some certain activities, such as have breakfast or have a shower and others. So, the last exercise was a free activity where students were to answer the questions when they do some activities in certain times. A free activity is one that gives students choice about their answers and more practice and application with the new material. And the last thing, I'd like to return to the first question of our analysis. After watching the lesson, do you think students learned how to tell the time? I do hope so. Please tell us how it worked in your real classes. We are looking forward to our professional talks in our Tea Club. That's all for today. Thank you for being with us and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.